if diplomacy fails and the president opts to attack. What do you know about those plans, or what would you want to learn as a member of the Gang of Eight?
Well, the administration, as has been the case since the very beginning of this presidency, has been slow to provide information both to the Gang of Eight members of Congress, the legislative leadership, and the top Democrats and Republicans on the Intel Committee, and certainly hasn't provided a significant amount of information to Congress in general. These people within the administration, the extremists, they don't seem to believe that Congress is a separate and co-equal branch of government. We are. In fact, the power to declare war is exclusively given to Congress in Article 1 of the United States Constitution. Now, the American people want Donald Trump and Republicans to actually keep their promise and focus on driving down the high cost of living and fixing our broken healthcare system. It was Donald Trump who promised, in fact, that costs would go down on day one. Costs haven't gone down. We're in the midst of an affordability crisis that hasn't been resolved. Perhaps the president should focus on making life better for the American people, period, full stop.
I hear you on that. I want to remind our viewers of the current TikTok tight margins in the House. You've got to net at least 3 seats to take the majority at this point. I want to play for you part of what you had to say about the 2026 elections when you were asked this past Thursday. Take a listen.
We only need to net 3. It's happening. Democrats are going to take back control of the House. And the only question is, what's the margin?
Right now, the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee considers 44 of the 435 seats in the House in play, including, you just added 5 new ones this past week: South Central Virginia, District in South Carolina, Southern Minnesota, Central Colorado, and the at-large seat in Montana. Parts of the country where Democrats don't normally win elections, we should point out. So if the election were held today, at minimum, how many seats do you see Democrats winning?
Well, if the election were held today, we're taking back control of the House of Representatives, and I'm not convinced that it would necessarily be close. But these are battles that are going to be waged district by district by district. We know we're winning seats now in deep red territory. We saw that in Miami in December, where we won the mayor's race for the first time in 30 years by 20 points. And then in January, of course, we flipped a seat in the Texas State Senate that Donald Trump had just won by 17 points. The Democratic candidate won it by 14. That was a 31-point overperformance. And then just last weekend in Louisiana, we flipped the House seat that Trump had won by 14. We won that, or 13. So we won that by 24 points. That was a 37-point overperformance. My point is, we're winning across the country in blue states and purple states and red states because the American people know we're the only ones focused on driving down the high cost of living, fixing our broken healthcare system, and making sure that immigration enforcement is fair and just.
You've got to get at least 3, 20 to 25 seats, all 44 seats. What do you think right now? Give me a number.
Well, I'm not in the prediction business. I'm in the let's win on behalf of the American people so we can end this national nightmare business.
All right. Leader Jeffries, to be continued on the shutdown and on the midterms. We appreciate you spending some time with us this morning. We'll talk to you soon.